Thank you for tuning in to another episode of WGC Fits. Today, we are excited to bring you a video about the new range of Callaway tour balls coming out in 2024. Both Trent and myself both play these balls, so we'll be able to talk to you a little bit about them. And take it away, Captain Center Strike. We're going to dive in first to the Callaway Chrome Soft. So that's the red box for anybody who isn't sure.
Sure.
Take it away.
What would you like to know? Let's
start off. Talk about just the type of player this golf ball is designed for.
So the Chrome Soft is going to be designed for just, I guess, the normal player. It's a premium offering. It's a low spin, straight flying, high performing golf ball.
I couldn't have said it better. I agree, 100%. It's the thing that I really find interesting about this golf ball is it does actually kind of help players who, let's say, can be a little bit liberal with club control, kind of hit the ball a little straighter.
Yes.
You know, it's not going to be game changing. It's not going to correct everything, but it's pretty good. You know,
I do like playing it when it's a little colder out.
Yeah, it feels a little nicer.
Feels a little nicer, and when you got more clothes on, maybe it's a little harder to.
Oh yeah.
Get
100%
through it a little bit. So
100%. So this is the ball who, let's say, from our fittings, you know, probably the majority of the people we fit could probably play.
Yes.
You know, just good everyday golfer's golf ball.
So you want me to hit one of these, huh?
I want to see, because we talked it up and it's so straight, I want to see a dead straight ball.
Oh boy.
This is the old one, though, Trent.
We're starting off with the old one, and then we're going to do a comparison with the new one. So we'll start off here.
Is that pretty standard, Trent?
Yeah, it's pretty standard now.
Now, across the range, right, because we both played Callaway balls for a couple years now. Across the range, they've talked up, you want to hand those to Mr. Trent?
Thank you, sir.
Dude, that or I'm throwing balls at him, that's whatever. So they've talked up kind of the improvements that they've made with all of these, right?
Sure.
Talk to us a little bit about what a golfer who's used to kind of playing the old ball can expect jumping into the new ball.
Well, first thing out of the gate, in my opinion, it's a brighter look. So it's a whiter, brighter golf ball.
I personally really like that.
They redesigned the entire new series, Soft, Tour, and X, completely redesigned. They started from ground zero and said, okay, we've had pretty good golf balls in the past. We're going to essentially blow it up and start over. And they started from ground zero, and first thing you notice right out of the gates, it's a lot brighter. Visually, it looks, in my opinion, a lot better. The side stamping is a little bigger.
I do love the way the new ones look. I think that they are a good step up, I would say, comparatively. Not that the other ones didn't look great, because I think they did, but this one I definitely think kind of, I don't want to say classes it up, but you know what I'm saying almost? Kind of feels that way, right?
It took it up a step.
It looks super good. I really like it. I don't know how else to describe it. So,
and I would say, initially, I honestly hadn't hit the new Chrome Soft yet. So coming from old Chrome Soft to new Chrome Soft, this one feels a little bit crisper. It's a little bit firmer. If anything, the old one got a little bit too marshmallowy.
It feels mushy.
Yeah, it feels
it's
mushy.
It's a little mushy. Yeah.
Again,
that's why we like it in the cold weather.
Great on a 30-degree day,
yeah,
but maybe not so much if you're playing it during an 80-degree day. For me, anyway.
Pretty stock for Trent right there.
It's a good little golf shot. So, performance-wise, what do you think a player can expect jumping from old to new? You think there's much difference in that?
I would say, I didn't show it there because I mishit that last one.
We missed it a little bit, yeah.
I would expect a little bit faster off the club face. I mean, I am using MBs here, so nothing's going to be really fast off a clip face.
We give you a benefit of the doubt there. Yeah.
But I would say probably, you know, the marketing terms are it's longer, it's faster, it's straighter. It's I would say from a data standpoint, from a testing standpoint, it probably is. I mean, you put it on a robot, I'm sure it's a little bit longer, it's a little bit faster, it's a little bit straighter.
Yeah.
I think it feels good though. I think
one of the interesting things is, and I'd be curious, we're going to test it real quick here, is, the ball flight. Oh no, we'll leave it there for now.
Let's hit a little better.
The ball flight on the new one was a touch higher, right? And that was kind of something that I think is a fair thing to expect to see out of this range with the new one, right?
Yes.
Just in general, and it's a little bit poppier with the speed. That's kind of why you're going to get a little more height and all that kind of stuff.
I'm going to take the 4 and then look at the ball speed.
So if we do the comparison,
We took out the one you missed.
took out this a slight miss. Your average there is around 111. Your average with the new one around 114. So there we
Speed went
go.
up just slightly too.
Just a touch. But spin for
But
this
look at
one goes up
look
just
at the
a hair.
descent, the descent angle,
Everything-
and like you said, the height.
It's a higher, faster, and in this case for you, and again, I would say this one, it could be interesting to test long term because you're not a Chrome Soft guy. You're playing a different one. We'll let you get to that. But for you, the spin went up just a hair, which is, there you go. Pretty good. Let's, you want to jump into the Tour or the X next?
Let's do Tour. Let's do Tour X.
Tour X, okay. We'll talk about the Tour X
Yeah, you
next.
used to calling it that. I mean, again, they redesigned it, so they even changed the name. So they took out. It used to. In the past, it was Chrome Soft X is what I would have played. The Soft was almost a misnomer because the Soft X would have been their most firm golf ball, or a firmer golf ball, I should say. They would comparable to, say, a Pro V1X type of golf ball, highest launching, highest spinning golf ball.
And I used to play the X as well, and I switched this year to the Tour, but I would agree. The X is definitely going to spin a little bit more, and that's something I was looking for last year. Made some equipment changes this year to now trying to actually do a little bit of the opposite from a ball perspective. But again, really, really good golf ball last year. I enjoyed it. And I am curious to see how these ones compare, for you.
So I've had a little bit of testing time with Chrome Tour X. Got to play it a couple weeks ago. I actually was, I won't say shocked, but I did like it a lot. I assumed going into the season I would play Chrome Tour. Was able to test some of the Chrome Tour last fall. Not to say that I might not go back to it as I get more into the season, but at least right now initially, I like Chrome Tour X a lot.
I found one super interesting thing that we'll talk about when we get to the Tour when I was doing some testing between the two, because I went out and I played a little bit with both as well. And we'll get there when we get there, but it was a very distinct thing for me, which I enjoyed.
So again, this was last year's model.
Yes, this is
last year's model,
which I actually have to rename real quick because I called it Chrome Tour X. This is Chrome Soft X.
And soft, and yet it feels a whole lot firmer as you initially hit it. So going from Chrome Soft to last year's version that felt a little bit more marshmallowy, so this is definitely a lot firmer.
Yes, 100%. And this is the firmest ball they do. Right?
Actually, XLS was.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah.
I forgot about that.
A little bit of a miss.
Right. Yeah, no, that wasn't too bad. Now, especially when we jump into the Tour and the Tour X, right? Ball speed potential is a thing that everyone's been talking about quite a bit. And most of the testing has shown that this now is potentially one of the fastest golf balls, if not the fastest golf ball that they make. And that's really good, obviously, right? I mean, everybody, who doesn't want more ball speed? Some would say this might be one of the faster ones out there right now.
might be the fastest.
It might be the fastest, yeah.
But it's also counteracted. It does spin more.
It spins
too.
a little more, and they kind of need that if it's going to do that.
Correct. So someone that's a low spin player like I am, I'm all over it. That's kind of what I got out of it when I was playing it. A couple weeks ago, I was out west, so I was playing at sea level, so a little bit more spin and a little higher flight probably helped a little bit
for you.
It does help. Again, initial look, love the bigger side stamp. The number pops a little bit more on the golf ball.
I do like the bigger kind of
the white looks so much better, I think.
Again,
or the bright white.
It's just a really crisp, fresh looking golf ball. For a golf nerd, we see that stuff. We like it.
And love the feel.
Oddly enough, you know what I'm noticing back here, having not done this video before?
What's that?
The new ones sound a little bit more muted than the old ones.
Oh.
Like in both windows. That was a different.
That was different.
That was different. The red box.
Oh, that was different. That probably wasn't fair because that was the best swing of the day.
But very comparable in terms of result. Now, when we do the comparison here, right, I mean, only 2 shots, right? Again, we have time constraints, but with the Chrome Soft X, we're looking at 110 ball speed. We're looking at 5,200 spin. We're looking at 159. Jumping into this, 115 ball speed, 5,500 spin, 164. That's pretty good just in pure base numbers, right?
And again,
we look at height, definitely a difference, right? We look at, because of that, descent angle, definitely a difference. I mean, that's pretty much the same swing. You just watch yourself 5 yards.
I guess what I like is if you look at number 8 and number 6, I mean, the speeds are almost identical, but yet the ball speed is up 3 miles an hour.
100%, right? 100%. And the spin is even almost the same. So your delivery really is just that consistent. That's why we call him Captain Center Strike. So we are switching over. This is the Chrome Soft XLS, right?
Chrome Soft XLS, yes. That's a mouthful. So this would have been the firmest of the 3.
Correct. I did.
Tour balls. This was very, very popular on tour. Xander Schauffele used this one. Rahm used the other one. So you have full representation on tour with the two main golf balls.
This was a good ball because at the very end of last year, I kind of switched over to this ball. I liked it. Again, made some adjustments in kind of what I'm doing, and that helped. But this was definitely a very good golf ball. So at the time last year, would you say this was probably the fastest?
I would say so. I would say this compared very favorably to the left dash from Pro V1.
I agree.
The very limited launch or limited release golf ball. It was a tour only golf ball that it did sell at retail, but it was in limited locations, I should say. So this ball would compare very favorably to that one.
Yeah, I agree.
Definitely the firmer for me anyway than Chrome Soft X.
That is a very low spin golf ball.
For me, it almost feels heavy when I hit it.
I could see that. Yeah.
Again, both of those are hit
well.
Relatively the same, but
hit well. So now we'll switch into the tour. And you had talked a little bit about kind of doing some testing in between, and I did the same thing. Honestly, the thing I loved about this golf ball when I was looking at both of them was I really, really liked the way this ball felt off the face. This ball, to me, feels awesome. I don't know how else to describe it.
So a little secret, I was very lucky. They get me some prototypes earlier this, so I got to test it a little bit before it actually became a thing last year. And initial testing for me, I loved it.
Yeah.
Because I really liked the feel of it. I really liked the feel of not Almost like the story of the three bears. Not too soft, not too firm.
Perfect.
It was kind
perfect.
of great. It was perfect.
Now, this one, a little bit softer feeling than the Tour X. A little bit lower spinning, right? This one, because it's going to be comparable to the LS, if you will.
Correct.
Target audience on this one, a little bit different, right? This is kind of going after Pro V1, right?
This is going directly at Pro V1. If Callaway had a big hole in their arsenal, so to speak, it was they didn't have a golf ball to compare to Pro V1.
I agree.
And so
almost
this one, of the three balls, this golf ball changed the most. It is now directly square at Pro V1.
This one, to me, when I was looking at it, was a no-brainer. Like, I just love this golf ball. This golf ball is fantastic.
Oh, it feels so much better. This feels good.
This is a fairly low spin golf ball.
Yes.
And again, I like that.
And probably the reason I didn't like it so much.
Yeah.
It's sea level.
Number 17 wasn't your friend on this one, huh?
Right.
Again, really good.
But I can also see why. I mean, so kind of close, but still better for me. But now I can see definitely, from TrackMan's standpoint, how Tour X is so much better for me.
The Tour X is a good ball for you, right? I mean, you definitely are a lower spin guy. So getting you something that's going to get that spin up, that's really good. And it's the same thing, right? It's the same thing from the comparables. We're looking at 111 versus 112, right? We're looking at somewhere in the 46.
And you're already
46
comparing it to
higher.
I would say Callaway's fastest golf ball last year.
I agree, yeah. So if we put these all in here now, the one that you're liking is this guy. And for me,
I see one.
It's a no-brainer for you.
And what you see is the fact that the ball speed is faster, but it's not necessarily going farther.
No.
It's just more efficient in its flight.
More efficient, better spin, better landing angle, and peak height. Just where it's at. So, yeah. No, really, really good. I'm really excited to get this ball in people's hands this year because I do think this is a pretty killer golf ball. So,
yeah,
I would say hats off to Callaway, honestly. They killed it. Plus, they got awesome hats.
Yeah, they do awesome hats.
All right.
Thank you, and you know who you are.
Thank you, yes. All right, we're going to have Captain Ballspeed hit a couple of these real quick here. Ian, let's let you just rip into go 7-iron. We're a little pressed on time. I want to see you hit the Tour and see how far you get it. All right, so for everybody, because everybody I know is going to want to see, we have Captain Ballspeed here hitting what is probably the longest golf ball in the range, and the one that I think he should play, being the Chrome Tour.
So why would this ball be good for me?
Because this ball is going to help you get the ball up in the air, and it's very comparable to the Pro V1 that you like to play.
Help me get it up in the air?
Yeah, because again, for you, a little bit more height is a good thing. Whew.
Yeah, that was fast.
That was actually crazy.
Oh, no.
That was 141, dude.
Dude, that went fast.
That was 141. I knew that was going to happen. I knew that was going to happen.
That's a little fast.
That's 10 yards.
I also kind of shut it, but...
Dude, that's 10 yards.
No, it's about 13.
I was calling you a 198.7 guy.
No, I'm 195.
195.7 guy. That's insane.
Let me not shut the face to it and make it a 5-iron.
And I like 126 feet.
Yeah, there's my cut. Okay.
Still 136.
That'll probably be about, I think I missed it. Yeah, I just missed it, but that's still about 5 yards farther.
Still farther than yours.
Yeah. It spins a little low.
It's a low spin golf ball. But your landing angle is still 47.
It felt good.
It's really good.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right. Thank you for tuning into another episode of WGC Fits. We just want to show off Captain Ball Speed hitting the golf ball that I'm going to make him play this year. Everybody, thanks for tuning in. Thanks for subscribing. If you have any comments or questions, please let us know. And if you are curious about getting your hands on any of the new Callaway Chrome range, we got them. So come see us. We'll see you. Bye.